back from the abyss. Fareed Fitness back at it. Friday afternoon. I'm about to hit a short arms workout. But before that, I want to do a check-in with my weight. I haven't done a video in I don't know how long. I know it's been quite some time, but I've definitely been after it. Usually when I'm not making videos, it's a bad sign. But this time it's not. I don't remember what my weight was last time. It was like in the mid 280s. It was like 283, 284, something like. Actually, I have it on my phone. Because I did an update last week for my boys and my cousin. What was I? It's 284 on July 6th. So I took a screenshot and sent it to my boys because I challenged myself last week. So that was the last video I recorded, July 6th, and it's currently August 8th. So let's see where my weight is. So I took my weight this morning. I knew what it was last week too. So there it is. I'm down about 12 pounds, 12 and a half in the last month. You can see I was pretty flat week over week, which honestly is a miracle. Met up with all my siblings last week, and I call my cousins my siblings, at least the ones from New York, because we were just all raised like one little pack. But I ate atrociously last weekend. And there's multiple witnesses to the Little Debbie oatmeal pies and the Hostess orange cakes and the soda. And so to be flat week over week is an absolute miracle. But yeah, in the last month and 33 days, 31 days in July, it was July 6th, I've lost 12.4 pounds. So wanted to check in on the weight. Very good progress. I did challenge myself last week to my boys and my brother, my cousins. I sent a text to about 8, 9 people because I had just hit 272. And I said my life is dependent on me getting my weight down. And I challenged myself to within 2 weeks. I told them I would send them weigh-in on the 15th and that I was going to be under 270. So I'm 1.6 pounds away, well within striking distance. I'm going to control myself this week. I'm not beating myself about last weekend. Me and my siblings, we all met up in Charlotte. We haven't gotten together in 20 plus years. We rented an Airbnb, just eating junk the whole weekend. So to be down, a half a pound week over week. I've done 2 40-hour fasts this week. I'm going to commit to 4 runs in the next week. I'm going to do 2 more 40-hour fasts. I'm thinking about switching to 3 24-hour fasts. So Sunday noon to noon, Tuesday noon to noon, Thursday noon to noon. Because I want to increase my running. Woman at my job, man, made me feel like such a douche. We were talking and she was like, yeah, she had gone running and she was like, she was training for a race. And I said, which race? She's like, oh, the New York City Marathon. Like, it's nothing. Like, damn, what happened to me? I was Mr. Marathon and Mr. Half Marathon from 20 to 2022. And the last one I trained for was 2023. And it's like, I just got out of it. I don't know. I just got out of it and I really miss it. I would definitely say, I fell in love with lifting a couple years ago when my brother came and we did that bench progression video. And for a while, I had goals more around lifting. I wanted to bench 300 pounds because my brother and my boy Rick put up 300 that day. And I was like, I want to squat four plates. But I'm turning 50 next year and I really have to get my health in check. If I'm 270, I'll probably make it to my 80s. If I get under 220, I'll probably still be doing 5-mile runs at 95. Like, those are the stakes we're playing for. If I get back up to 320, I'm gonna die by 70. It's honestly that simple. There's an inverse between my weight going down and my life expectancy going up. The two are at odds. And I have a little girl, I have an 8-year-old. I want to be at her 60th birthday party, which will put me at 100 because I'm 40 years older than her. 40 years and 11 months exactly. So I'll be 100, a month shy of my 101st birthday if I'm going to be at her 60th birthday, and I plan to be there. So I have been in the last month. I've been more so focused on reps with my weights. I haven't been trying to lift heavy. Everything I've been doing been 20 reps because I'm much more focused on time under tension and getting that aerobic workout in along with the strength workout in and just building better muscle density, better muscle endurance. I'm focused on slimming down more than increasing my strength. So you'll see that in my arm workout right now. But, 12 and a half pounds in a month, I'm not going to complain about that. But I do feel like my life is dependent on me getting under 270 by next Friday, and I'm going to treat it like that. So like I said, I'm going to get 4 runs in between now and then. I'm going to either do 2 40-hour fasts or 3 24-hour fasts. But I'm going to really make a push. I haven't been under 270 since last Thanksgiving. And Lord knows when the last time I've been under 260. But we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But, I definitely want to acknowledge, I've been putting in the work. So that's good work. But let's get into Armageddon. I can't even call it Armageddon. I'm just doing 3 circuits, 3 sets apiece. Armageddon is 4 circuits, 4 sets apiece. So not going to do that, but I am going to get this little 45 in. So let's get into the routine.
The Arizona Lars and the Floyd Mayweathers, and Crawford can do it from both sides. He's got a jam on both hands. So I'm not sure where all this physicality is really necessary when you have the skill set and the pop and the speed and the endurance. There's a monumental fight. You saw the late charges from Crawford. That was the difference. We didn't secure that win. So I think between his endurance, I think the jam on both sides, his skills, his IQ, I don't know where you need to get all this size and strength from. But again, who knows? We might see him on fight and he looks kind of similar to how he always looks. Because we are lumped out. Guys' bodies change quite a bit during camp. So we'll see as we actually get there.
What I'm curious about, when we talk about Floyd Mayweather, when we talk about Roy Jones Jr., Coach Robert Garcia, when we look at those guys, they were all virtually unhittable in that class. That's where their ability to keep on in higher weight classes. When it comes to Crawford, is he putting on enough power that he wants to be able to keep Canelo off of him? Is that part of his effect in the beginning? A lot of that 38 coming at least get Canelo's respect. That's part of the process.
That might be part of the process, but when it comes to Crawford, comparing him to Roy Jones or a Mayweather, I think he's there. He's there in that level to where his skill is good enough to be able to perform and be able to dominate, be able to win. I do give him a shot. If he fights off his jab, smart, counter punching, and just not there trying to make it a rough fight, with the change, because he will be in trouble there. But if he fights smart, Canelo's like a fighter that's not going to start hard. They're going to start losing.
Well, I think that's But that was, for now, their best defense, and most of those guys on the team were their first team. And the Eagles reserve marched down the field, scored 10 points. Here's the first game of the 7 ball. Lane for life, elicit them. Rich bumps, broke the soft, speak on me like I'm a bitch or something. It's mind-boggling who they are behind the scenes. It's Spooky and Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, and all the Queens. It's Staten Island, real type shit. Dying species of real men. I feel that shit, yeah.
That's the best to ever breathe on a mic right there.
Listen
great work. 49 minutes. Definitely got some heart rate spikes. Let me see. 531 calories for arms. That's a lot. Although I'm not in the best of shape. Average heart rate 124. That's high. Although I mean I've been doing 20 rep sets though, and I've been doing circuits, so most of them are 40 reps per set. So that's gonna get the heart rate up, which is, like I said at the start of the video, what I'm targeting, getting more of an aerobic workout built in with the resistance workout, more time under tension. I'm not focused on strength. I really want to lean out. It's going to take cleaning up my diet. This week was a great step forward, and I need to keep making steps forward. Diet wasn't perfect, but no slips, no junk. I did have 3 diet sodas yesterday while I was fasting, which I'm not proud of. I started drinking it again in like late June, early July for about 3 weeks, and then, as is typical with diet soda, I was drinking more diet soda than I was drinking water. So I don't want to introduce that back into my diet. But ate clean, minimized the eating out. After pigging out Friday and Saturday, did a 40-hour fast from Saturday night to Monday morning, and ate clean all week. I had some processed stuff this week, but it was stuff I made myself. I'm just trying to get out of the junk and get back to cooking for myself. So I think that's part of the reason it was a successful week. But I've been eating these protein bars again. But again, I'm not gonna beat myself up because I was eating a lot of junk. And in the last month, I've been shrinking the amount of junk I've been eating, even when I've been eating out a lot of the times, especially when I'm in the office. I'm either going to Sweet Green or Glaze. This place, I just get brown rice and steak. Sweet Green, I get chicken, vegetables, quinoa. It's gonna be a process, and it's not gonna happen fast, and I need to accept that, and I need to be able to push through the plateaus and the setbacks. Something I've gotten bad at in the last 3 years. It's like I have a setback and I just give up. And it seemed like for 3 years, I could have a plateau for 2 weeks, and that 3rd week I'll push through. The determination just isn't there. And I think I just, when I made it to my goal, I got content, and then the discipline started to slip as I saw, as I was going through that process. I watched a lot of videos on it, and a lot of people that happens to, they reach their goal, and then they're good and gain all the way back. And I never thought when I was 233, back in December 17th, 2021, I never thought I'd be over 250 again, and I got over 300 again. I may have been over 310 at one point, but you know what? All I could do is focus on today. And next Friday, I'm hell-bent. I got 1.7 pounds to lose by next week, Friday. Now let's make it happen. Good work today. I'm up and I'm gonna run 1 mile tomorrow, and I'm gonna run 2 to 3 on Sunday. That's good work. For Reed Fitness on a Friday, signing off.